Hey, what's up, guys, boys and girls, señoras y señores? Welcome back for another episode of Toys in My Closet. And tonight I'm going to review and unbox for you one of the newer releases of the G.I. Joe classified series, Alley Viper from Hasbro. Now, this figure has been out for a little while, but it is one of the newer releases that has hit store shelves. And I had a hard time getting these guys. Then I ended up starting to find them kind of easily. And I had even another set that I had originally pre-ordered from GameStop, and still to this day, because I had ordered it together with Bats, I haven't been able to get my hands on them or even cancel the order, because I got the ones I wanted. I got 2 in hand, and I also got 2 for a friend of mine and some other people that I helped out, which was great. But I haven't been able to cancel my GameStop order because it was in a bundle order and they do not let you cancel it. So I still haven't gotten the ones from GameStop. It still says when the item is available. I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. Now, I am happy to say that I'm glad to see that in the Classified series they tackled one of the more intricate looking and setup looking troopers from the G.I. Joe line. There are other ones that are kind of cool as well that I'm looking forward to seeing in the future, but this is a pretty intricate one from a very design standpoint. And the fact that it's all orange and blue, it really pops. A lot of people don't like that, but I like that because it makes it show you that the G.I. Joe class toy line was for not only for kids, but that it also we're not afraid to make really colorful and vibrant figures to make them look really cool and badass in their own respective ways. So you see that it's all in the window box opening, same as everything else aesthetically wise. So for all you mint on card, you won't have no problems because it keeps it exactly the same in the same aesthetic style so far. So that's really cool. And this is a mainline figure. It's not an exclusive, which is also very cool. So you see there, we have the wonderful artwork with some other 3 Alley Viper and Cobra Command in the bottom. And in the front, these are his, his actual specifications. He's number 34 in the line. Specifications of what he qualifies in, which you could be looked up in the website. And then obviously the traditional style background, paintwork that shows most of the figures available on the line to this point, which now has to be obviously updated for a lot of reasons, because a lot of figures are just getting ready to come out back to back to back to back to back. So guys, sit back, relax, have a digital drink, and I hope you join me for the rest of the review and unboxing. And let's check out the Alley Viper and see what he has to offer outside of box and how good he really is, or maybe he really is not. So I'll see you guys real soon in a blink of an eye. So here we have a Mira pa allá. Look at him out of packaging. As you know, he looks very, very loud and intriguing, but it's in a good way. It's not in a bad way. Check him out, guys. He looks really, really great. Let's take a closer deep dive look into this. As you see, first things first, his eyes and the sculpting of the face looks fantabulous with the, I guess, the digital print eye technology, which look really realistic. The wonderful black sculpted, not just painted, sculpted Cobra logo on the helmet. The fang-like teeth in the front that cover up his hood goes, here you go, his helmet rather, from the side. The blue on the neck. The blue underneath that makes him look like a ninja-esque type, of trooper. The vest set piece looks really, really good with the nice buckles painted. Nice black highlights in the side, in the front, on the edges, on this pouch here in the front. You see a pouch. You see a nice sheath that's being holded also by 2 black tabs, and in the side as well. And you turn it around and you see the nice paint going down on one of the shoulder lines and the black in the back. Then you see the hands on the arms all dressed up with a nice detail going all the way down to the wrist with his black gloves, looking really sharp. And the same thing on the other side. Biggest difference, this bicep has a nice pouch, and this is like a, like a plate that says Cobra logo on it in orange, and it's also sculpted, not just painted. Then over here in the forearm area before the wrist, have another knife sheath in black that is actually removable. You can take it on and off if you remove the hand, and it's not that hard to move out either. And it looks really cool. And you see his other glove with his trigger finger. Then in the waist, crotch area, you see he has some pouches here. It's all the orange. It's like an overlay over the actual sculpted body or articulated body. And you have the thighs, the hips, another nice black pouch there that holds other stuff in there. The blues, the orange, all over, looking like a blue and orange camo style suit. The blue on both of the knee pads. The blue going down the side before the boot. The black boots with the brown plates for the shins to protect and cover in case of combat injuries or getting shot. And then the black holster on the other side right here, which would be our left, right? And our left, his right. And you could see you can holster his pistol there. And he looks very true to the actual classic and vintage character. So there you have a closer look at the details and colors of the Alley Viper. He looks absolutely fantastic. He looks incredible. He's stunning. Now let's go check out his accessories. And this guy comes with a whole crap load. And here we go, guys. Here are all of his accessories. And as you can see, he has a big amount. And for being a $20 figure, or even going up now to $22.99, if figures keep coming with this amount of accessories, like the original 3 and 7¾ inch G.I. Joes, then obviously every single purchase is going to feel like you're getting your bang for your buck. So big ups and big salute and big shout outs to Hasbro for not skimping out, because this is their property and this is their IP, and they can go all in and give us a bunch of stuff for a better price than they would with something like the Power Rangers line or the Star Wars line or Marvel, because it's not an IP that they own. So we'll start off real quick. Boom, right here with his actual hand pistol, looking really nice, all in black matte, in a black matte finish, as you see right there, with some nice details. Moving along, he also comes with this spear gun rifle to shoot up a spear, or a rope, so he can climb up, and it has a actual silencer, all types of nice details. This is the muzzle. I forgot what the stock goes in the back. I forgot what it's called, but really nice in black matte. Then he comes with the actual machine gun or machine rifle gun with an actual scope as well. All the details are all there, as you can see, in a nice black matte finish. Really nice. Stands out. Really good. Then you have the other small machine gun Uzi style machine gun, and you have the stock. It's cut in the front. Has the two handles to hold it, in a certain particular way. The stock there to hold in the back, and that looks really good as well. Then we have the actual anchor rope that shoots out of this pistol, for example, of this rifle to shoot up. You slide it in here in the little hole, as you can see, push it in, just like the classics, and you make sure that these two are lined up together, because the idea is that you can actually get rope tied up, so if you pull it out, it'll look like it's shooting out and the anchor to climb up somewhere, and you can have the toy effect of having the actual rope tied up to it, which you can add on yourself. Then of course it has two magazines that go on the respective machine guns because they pull out. So in this one, for example, the magazine goes right here. You push it in like so, and it goes right there. And then on the other rifle, the magazine goes right underneath there, and you push that one in like so, boom, and then that's what it looks like with the magazine. Then we have two knives, hand knives, as you see there. They even come with little holes if you want to, I guess, pass a rope on it or something. Very simple looking. The handles all in matte black that go on the character. You got these two little knives. Then this is the Riot faceplate protector that goes over his helmet, and you see it has the actual symbol there in the front in a nice bluish purple, really detailed. Then we have the actual backpack that he comes with that looks very reminiscent to the vintage one. You see it has all these details like grenades sculpted in, some more pouches, what looks to be like another magazine, this ventilation thing there with a Cobra logo there. So if you want to paint that like red or purple or orange, it would look really cool just for contrast, and it would stand out and pop. And then you see the peg there, that's to hold and house one of the the spear rifle, just like in the vintage toy. And then last but certainly not least, the Riot Shield, the Alley Viper Riot Shield. And this thing looks incredible. Has the Cobra, logo, really nice, sculpted with the blues and the purple blues and the orange, and it looks really menacing and dope. When you turn it around, you see that it has like a digital screen where you can see, and that's their point of view perspective, where they can see in front of them. And then it has the handle to hold it, which actually rotates and to put it in different positions when you're posing the figure. Now in the actual vintage, what they did was right here in this middle section, you had like a area where you can clip in a baton or a hand baton that they use like the police, and in this one they didn't add it, and that's actually the only accessory that this Alley Viper is missing that came with the vintage, which is the baton that he has, or the nightstick, if you will, the police nightstick. So guys, there's the accessories. They didn't shorten it, they didn't skimp out. There's a lot of them, really cool, and just that alone makes this figure worth the purchase. Having so much accessories for such a low price. So now let's take a closer look at the figure's articulation. So here we go. Let's start off with the head. And if you notice, I put the Riot Shield faceplate on the actual helmet because it's articulated and it's part of the figure. So you bring it down and that's what the figure looks like. This is supposed to be like, I guess, a digital screen where they can see, you know, whatever's going on outside with the mask over them. And then you bring it up and you can reveal the face sculpt, which is really cool. You knob it in those two tabs right there in the side, which are kind of thin, but still, if you're handling it as an adult, you shouldn't have any issues. So the head goes left, right, it goes up about that much, and then it goes down about that much. And if you notice, the neck is on a double ball peg, one going up to the head, one going down to the torso, which is really good, which gives you a nice range of movement for tilt, for example, as you see there, you know, left and right, you know, and you can move it in any direction for dynamic posing. It even has a sculpted Adam's apple right on his neck, so that's really cool. Then the shoulders, they go up about that much, all the way like that, and you get the 180 degrees. Obviously, you get the bicep swivel, the double on the elbow, and then you get the wrist swivel. And this side, it goes down and up, and on the other side, I believe it goes, hinges back and in again. Now, it has the waist swivel, but then you can also kind of move forward a little bit, not too much, because the actual, you know, the actual overlay of the actual vest, it kind of hinders the movement, but you can move them back about that much, and about forward about this much, and then you can do a little side to side, which is not bad. So you have, so there is that, of course. Then you come down to the legs. You got the drop down, of course. You can bring them up, drop down, bring them up, and you get the full Van Damme split. Bring it back up on both sides. You got the thigh swivel, and you got the double on the knee, the boot swivel, and he goes up this much, he hinge back that much, he has the rocker, and what you can do is you can kick forward a nice amount going that way, and you can kick back just about that much, not too much. So there it is, guys. There is the amount of range you get for the articulation, which is pretty par for the course when it comes to the G.I. Joe classified series. If you've been collecting them, you know what to expect so far. They have the same amount of range, which is really good. And yes, it does have the butterfly joint on the inside. It's hidden by the vest overlay, but it's there, which is also great. So now let's take a look at the Alley Viper with all of his accessories on. Alright guys, and there we have it. Here is the Alley Viper with all of his accessories. And as you can see, he looks stacked, just like he did in the vintage toy. And I mean, he looks really cool. He looks awesome. How can you not like something this eye-catching or this eye-popping on your shelf? You know, you got the gun, the assault pistols, the knife in the sheath, the backpack in the back, all in this glory. Then you can turn this like this if you so choose to as well. You can put it in this direction, and then obviously the weight is going to shift how you stand them, because once you move it like that, you're putting the weight towards another direction. So you gotta kind of fiddle with it for the weight to be there, but there you have it. And you know, he just looks really freaking badassery. I don't know how you cannot like this trooper, or this, you know, army builder trooper for the Cobra Island or Cobra, you know, classified series. He looks great. He looks absolutely great, as you can see, with all his accessories. So now what we can do is we'll do a little comparison with, you know, some other stuff around, and with the 25th anniversary stuff that I have for the Alley Viper. So sit back, I'll be right back. Okay guys, and we're back, and see, here's the comparison that I was trying to tell you with my 25th anniversary figs. These are the two Alley Viper versions or variants that I have, not from vintage but from the 25th anniversary line. And I believe this one right here is from the, I want to say, the Pursuit of Cobra. This came out later on, but it's still an Alley Viper, just in a different deco, as you see. So we'll start off with him, just because he has different color. And you see that the helmet is the same. The idea with the, you know, having the Cobra logo on top, right there. The same, you know, design in the front, and you know, just a lot bigger than the one from the Alley Viper. You see, he has the knife and the sheath there with a grenade. This bandana here with some, I can't really tell what it is, but I think it's supposed to be like ammunition. The pouches in the front, like he has in the new vest. Even the buckles there with the gold. The same gun, as you can see there. The sheath and the knife here in the, what is it, the right arm? His right arm. There's the Riot Shield with the little window, though. That's the difference. And then you see that I told you that the inside has a nightstick or a baton and a place to house it. That's the only thing this one doesn't bring. And then you see he's supposed to have like pouches there on the side. He doesn't have the side pistol in this version. Another holster on the side with the gold. And then the backpack is identical, if you notice. You're going to see. Has the same design with the wheel, you know, and the only difference up here, you have the Cobra logo, the grenades, and then you put in the weapon there, which is the rifle, the grappling rifle. And you see that it, you know, it holds the grappling rifle right there in the back. And this is like a burgundy brownish kind of with black and some grays. I have that one, and then this is the actual, you know, classic one. And you can see where they got all of the inspiration from, even with the little grenade on the side, which I don't think is on the new one, but you see the riots, you know, the sheath, the knives, same thing. You bring down the actual, you know, mask, Riot Shield mask. The only difference, you see that has like a Cobra logo there too in the front of it. The pouches, same places. No side pistol, that was added on, but it does have the design going across with the three, just like the new one. Nothing on this side, but it does have a pouch there. Same Riot Shield with the Cobra symbol, which I think I can paint that in black for accents on the classified version. And then the inside, it has the nightstick or the baton, and then the backpack. The only thing is that this version of mine didn't bring the little Dremel stick to hold the, you know, to hold the rifle, you know, the rifle, the spear rifle in the back. It's actually form fitted and it's supposed to hold it in there, but it wasn't tight enough. So what happens is, as soon as I move it and shake it, it pops right off. Even like the shield just popped that off right now, as you guys can see. It popped right off also. But, you know, it's just to basically show you how true to the vintage figure, right, and design, this Alley Viper really is. and where all the inspirations came from, you know, from back in the day with the 3 3/4, and how it translated to 25th anniversary. Even the brown on the pads is the same idea. Only difference is it was 2 different separate pads as opposed to one whole pad. And I guess if you paint a black line on the one from Classified, you could actually make it have that, you know, that distinct look, like as the same way, the 3.5 inch. So now let's bring in some other figures from some other lines to make some comparisons with the Alley Viper. So here we have it, guys. Here we have the Alley Viper next to the Valorverse Condor figure on here on his right, and then on the left you have the, well, his left, our right, the Defenders of the Earth Phantom, or the Phantom, from NECA Toys. You see how this is more in the same style and aesthetic as the Classified, and this is more of a superhero old school style from back in the days in the 80s. But they still look really cool with all the different colors, and they pop, as you can see. So it works on the toy shelf. And here we have them next to the Masters of the Universe Multiverse, or Masters of the Universe Revelations Multiverse King Grayskull that I created with the newer release King Grayskull. This is the one I made and created. And then next to the Super 7 Thundercats Mumra in his ever-living form. And you see that he's a massive figure next to He-Man as well, because this is 7 inch and he's more like almost a 9 inch. And then, of course, the Alley Viper is in the 6 inch scale. But just to give you an idea of how they scale, or how he scales with different lines that are much taller and bigger. And here he is next to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover with Power Rangers Donatello and Black Ranger, and from Hasbro. And then here we have the NECA Black Noir, the boys character from the TV, from the, you know, the actual TV series on Amazon of The Boys. And you see that he has a totally black-tapulous, you see that he has a completely black-tapulous color to him, the NECA figure here. And then obviously the Black Ranger with Donatello crossover. Looks really dope, really cool. He's supposed to be like a ninja style character, and then, you know, obviously these are ninjas as well. And let's move it right along. And here we have the Alley Viper next to the Marvel Legends retro carded Lady Loki and the Gundam Universe Gundam GN001 Exia, which this is actually a female version of a Gundam, and a female version of, you know, Loki in the Marvel Legends universe, obviously, next to the Alley Viper. So you see that they kind of scale in the same scale, like 6 inch, but you can kind of put them together in the shelf, and with the colors and, you know, style, they still pop and look really awesome and really badasseria. So now let's go to the end of the review and give you my final thoughts on this figure. So here we are, guys. Here is my final thought on the Alley Viper. Now, I know I'm late to the review game, but that's okay, because this is my review and my points of views from the figure, which probably won't vary from a lot of different people's opinions and in their reviews as well. But, you know, nonetheless, it's still my own, you know, approach and, you know, thoughts on the figure. The figure is absolutely incredible. It's a very good 100% representation, completely accurate from the vintage all the way up to the 25th anniversary. It is a very obscure, Build-A-Figure, because it's the, one of those figures from the, G.I. Joe line that came out very well way later in the G.I. Joe line collection, in the late 80s and 90s, where they were trying to do a lot of figures more colorful and vibrant, just because it was one of those things from the era. But again, the way that it was interpreted here is in a much more realistic style, even though staying very accurate to the vintage toy. So it works really well. It works really well because it looks realistic, and even though it's vibrant and bright and it pops, it looks still pretty menacing and badass. Now, as you see, I have the two here because just in case, you guys may not believe me, I do have two. Like I said, I hope a couple of people get more, like my boy Jorge and some other people. And I did found some of these just sitting there in my local Target a few months or way later from everybody else. I know there's people still having a hard time finding them. I really hope that you're able to get them, because that's really the only problem and hiccup right now with Hasbro with the G.I. Joe classified line, that for some reason it's really hard to keep in stock, I guess, for them, and keep them readily available, whether it's through the online, because these guys on the Target app, just like the bats, it's been really a long time since they were available and that you could just pre-order them and buy them there. So I feel bad for those who really want it and can't get it, that are true G.I. Joe fans and collectors. Because a lot of scalpers get their hands on them and sell them in the aftermarket, and they don't even sell them for a fair price. They are being sold for a very ridiculous price, and really it's disgusting, because you shouldn't do that. You can make some money, that's fine, but not in the dispense of taking advantage or basically ripping off some other fellow collectors that actually want and care about the product. And Hasbro has gotten a lot better with their stock. I have two more of these still concurrently in pre-order in GameStop. They still haven't sent them to me. They said waiting for it to be available, because I haven't been able to cancel the order since I bundled it up with the two bats that I got, and I got those first, so it doesn't allow you to cancel the order because it was done together as one whole order. That sucks. But when I do get them, either I'll return them, get my money back, or if someone else out there may need some, you guys can always hit me up. I'll post it up on my Instagram or Twitter, and I got my hands on them. And if you guys need them, then I can hopefully help you out to get your hands on them, if you guys so choose to. So anyway, guys, I give it a thumbs up. Definitely worth getting in the collection, adding it together. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. Share it with someone you think might like the video. As always, guys, thank you for stopping by, because without you, my channel is nothing. And for those of you that keep giving me the continuous support, without you, my channel would never be sustained. So thank you, guys. For those of you new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you like what I did and subscribe, I'm truly humbled. I'm truly grateful, because I know you didn't have to. But remember, since you did, I consider you now part of mi familia. As always, guys, you can find me at any of those social platforms, like Instagram, like Twitter, like Xbox Live, Nintendo Switch, or either PSN. And you'll be able to find that information down in the description below of this video. So I don't have to be long-winded and tell you every single outlet on here while I'm talking. It's all down in the description below. If you guys ever want to help me in any way, shape, or form, from the kindness of your heart, because you like what I do, I want to help my channel continue to grow and to continue to have cool content, it will help me. It will go a long way, because I fund everything basically out of my own pocket. So you can do that with the information also down below with my PayPal and my Patreon information. Or if you guys want to donate anything to the channel, just so I can highlight it or showcase it, it'll be my pleasure. It'll be an honor for me to do so. Just hit me up in one of the DMs, either on Twitter or Instagram, and we'll work out the particulars. Guys, this is your boy Hebot, signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Ali Viper from the Hasbro G.I. Joe line. This has been a wonderful, wonderful time. I hope you like my review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.